All right. Week two.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I don't know. I feel this feels weird. I mean, a lot of stuff happened while we were
Things
gone.
happened.
A lot of
Things
things
happened.
happened. For those curious, I pulled a work shoot.
He
It,
did. He
it,
worked me.
I worked him into a shoot. I ended up showing up at the bachelor party. Yinzer did help me plan the surprise. So the surprise was really just for everyone else that was there. It wasn't even necessarily for the guy who we're celebrating.
The joy for me was knowing you were there, and then the second joy was seeing everyone's reaction. It was a lot of not you showing up. The bachelor party was mostly good, a little bad.
There was, I'm gonna be willing to say that there was a lot of bad.
But that's fair. I'm still wearing it. Still have a massive sunburn, so I'm
I
still
wanted, I want to touch on that.
yeah.
Are you okay?
Looks worse than it is. Looks worse than it is.
Okay, yeah, because it does not look good.
It doesn't look great. I'm gonna be honest.
No.
It doesn't look great.
Um, you look like maybe you might have seen you were in Chernobyl and
Yeah.
like you saw like you had some radiation stuff. You're not like fully affected, but it's like, hey, this guy.
I'm sick of telling people I got a sunburn, so now I've just pivoted to telling people I got like a chemical peel, or I just tell people it's a skin condition and watch them get really upset because I'm sick of fucking talking about it. So that's kind of my move lately, where people be like, "Oh my God," like I got into work, be like, "You got some sun." I'm like, "Actually, I had a chemical peel. I was getting a facial," and they're like, "Oh, okay." How
Yeah.
metropolitan
Yeah,
of
not yeah, metropolitan. Yeah, now
that.
you look like you're like hip. Now you look like
Yeah.
you're
No, I just but like I'd no sold somebody. I was like it's actually a skin condition that I have, and the guy got really quiet, and I forgot to tell him I was fucking with him for like 15 minutes. But you know what? That's why you should never assume.
That's true. Listen, the party was the seeing the fellows was great. I felt so weird and like when Sambo drove me to the airport in the morning,
Yeah.
I was like talking to him in the car and I was like, man, like Yinzer's friends probably think I'm a huge like some diva for lack of a better term, and I don't think they realized it was a bit between you and me to act like that, and I feel bad about that.
Everyone loved you. Everyone, I will say this, and this was, and because we'll get on to some things that happened, some things that didn't. I have a really good group of guys. We had a
You
lot of
do.
fun.
You do.
All the bad things, all the losses, all the bad things are mostly just money, which can be replaced.
It's really no that their only bad thing was like losing a lot of money
Losing a lot of money, possibly going on the worst betting streak of my life on Saturday,
as a
um,
team.
as a team. But no, a good group of guys. We had a lot of fun. My friends were nice to me. For everyone that was listening, my friends were nice to me.
That's right. That's
Your
right.
friends being nice to you. They are. But no, everybody had a great. Everybody had a good time. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely a once in a lifetime thing. Although I wish we could. I wish we could run that group back because it was a good time.
Listen, we could live like kings. We could
We
do that
could.
every week. Like
We
there's
could.
water always finds its level. There's no way we gamble that poorly again.
Well, what's crazy is it's crazy you mentioned that. So last week, for all the stuff we did, we're usually like, hey, we did okay on pod, we did good off pod. One of the few times where we actually did, we pretty much broke even last week on pod. We broke even. It was a
I
wash.
wish that would have happened in real life.
Yeah, I was 3-3. You were 3-3. Right now we have 8 wins, 9 losses, -2 units. Frankie has been zero every week, both weeks. I was down two first week, zero. Just run through these real quick. I don't need you to hear you talk about games. Just tell me if it was a loss, if you would bet it again, and I'm just gonna rip through these. IU first half -13.5 loss. Texas +10, South Carolina -5 win. Nebraska, Mama, Bama, Arizona, Mammy.
Maybe.
Thinking about I'm all wad up on the Fanta looking
I'm
at Bama.
all Fanta tonight.
Nebraska, Bama, and Arizona. That hurt a lot.
Yeah.
USF +7, Clemson -3, and Purdue over 27.5, Tennessee over 26.5. That's a win. Frankie's win, San Diego State, Toledo, Arizona, Hawaii under. His losses, Southern Miss, Georgia Southern, and Oregon State. Any of those that you would play again?
The losers, Southern Miss, Georgia Southern, Oregon State,
Yeah.
they were dead ducks.
Yeah, they were dead. I was going to say, I didn't think
So,
you had
so I mean, I'll say this: if there's any of them, Georgia Southern was down by like I think they might have been, they were either down or up by 3 at half. It was 17-14. I forget who was up. I'm sorry. They gave up 24 unanswered in the second half.
Yeah, it got out of
So
control.
I don't know how you do that. All right. Other than that, Southern Miss, they did not. And Charles Huff said this. Charles Huff was like, listen, they have $1 million D line and O line. Like, that's what's going to happen. And then
Uh,
Oregon State just looks really, really bad.
yeah, they
Like,
didn't look
really,
great.
really bad.
The only one I would take back, or the only one I would do again is IU minus 13 and a half first half. I think they covered by 10. Um, and then IU just they fucked around with them, which that's on me. I thought they'd come out a little feistier, a little angrier. But I bet that again. The other two, Clemson was in it, but they lost. And then Alabama is dead to me, or are they? Or are they?
I mean, that was we we changed venues three
Yeah,
times in that
we had
game
to.
because we tried to get something going on offense and we could
We
not get
tried
anything going on offense. We changed
three different
three different
locations.
bars and we couldn't get anything going. We
And
separated as a team at one point where like half of us go here, half of us go
yeah,
here. We did everything.
the lowest point of the weekend, it was a
Mm.
weekend of highs. What do
Yeah.
you think the high point of the weekend was? What's the high point? Where was morale at the highest?
The morale was probably the highest when Shane Beamer put him on the table and he said, "Make him kick it again."
That's true.
And I'm screaming at the TV, "Look at the too high! It's a return! It's a!" And then they 80 yards to the crib.
Morale was high then. Friday, you weren't there for Friday when everybody got it on Friday before we knew we could lose. Morale was high. I will
That
tell
was
you,
like you guys meeting up before I was there. That was like whenever you were on the boat to go to D-Day.
that's true.
You're like we're gonna get the Germans. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
we're gonna get
awesome.
them. We
And
were
then the
really
doors
thinking about
opened
it.
on those one boats where the doors like
Just
rappel
got
down
yeah,
and then just
just a line of machine gun fire just cutting our bankrolls. The low point of the weekend is for sure as Alabama is getting crushed, and I'm at the bar with two of my buddies, and we leave to go meet the other group at the bar, grab an Uber, and you can see right here, I have a little air tag on my key. See that air
That's
tag
right.
right there?
Yep, that's
So,
right.
if you're familiar with an air tag on your keys, I'm in the Uber and I get the alert, the dreaded alert. It's like your keys were last seen at this location. I'm like, shit, I don't have my keys. This is like 2 minutes into the Uber drive. And I look at the guy, I was like, hey, after you drop us off, I was like, can I book another ride? You take me down there. He's like, yeah, sure, sure. We get to the location and he's like, yeah, I accepted another ride. And I'm like, well, that doesn't help me, pal.
That's
And
crazy.
this is what he told me as I'm losing a ton of money, as I realize I have to go back to this bar to get my keys. I'm looking for a solution. And this fucking genius goes, well, yeah, you could walk back. Well, you'd be put out of fucking business if that was your answer to every solution. Like, imagine if you went to a restaurant. Imagine if you get to McDonald's and you're like, hey, can I get a burger? They're like, hey, we don't have any food, but Burger King's open down the block. Doesn't fucking help me.
Yeah.
So this asshole, and then as soon as I get out of the car, it's like, leave a tip. I have net. Listen, I'm a generous tipper at anything. I
Sure.
understand I work. So I've never felt so happy to put a zero. I think I gave him like zero. What's the lowest you can give? I think it's 50 cents. I think I did that just so he knew.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah, yeah,
that, yeah,
yeah.
I didn't want him to think I forgot, just so he knew, and I sent it right away.
Yep.
So that guy sucked, but he's not even the biggest loser of the weekend. The biggest loser is of the weekend is my buddy who at the bar, the bartender asked him, he said, hey, is this anybody's keys? And without even turning around, he was like, nope, not ours. Didn't ask me. So the bartender takes keys behind the bar. Complete screw job of the weekend. And then he has the nerve to tell me he said this is my fault. Sandbags me. He gets right out of the car. You'd think on a bachelor party, hey, let me walk with you. Let me go grab those. No, he
Right.
went right to the bar and started drinking.
Yeah.
He knows who he is.
Yeah.
He knows who he is.
He left you in the trenches taking grenades.
He didn't even he was right in my family right as soon as I got, hey, how I died. It was unbelievable performance by him. And then as I walked 15 minutes back to this bar, go in there. As soon as I tell the bartender, I'm like, hey, I'm here for my keys. Almost like a movie. As he hands me the keys, Florida State punches another touchdown in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And you just see all those drunk rednecks in Tallahassee.
they were there. There was chops going on at the bar. I was in, and then I had to go, and then my big ass had to walk back uphill, sunburnt, keys in hand, marching back to a loser. So it was tough. That was the low point of the weekend. Everything else was great. We had it. We won some money, had some good food.
We lost money.
We did lose some money.
No,
We won some
we
money
yeah,
on
we
Sunday.
won the last pick of the trip was a winner, which was great.
I have not lost a bet since Clemson. I'm like 5-0. I swept
I've
Sunday,
made money.
crushed
I've
Monday.
lost, but I've made money.
I feel like I'm back, which makes me scared. But no, it was
My favorite thing is whenever we were all sweating out. Like we went and got after we went to the river, which Sam would have loved,
he would have loved.
and barbecue, which Sam
Yeah,
would have loved.
he loved it.
But he had to work the next day.
Yeah.
Uh, we us bringing in that South Carolina winner, and every time something good happened, we just sit.
Little gentleman's clap.
Yeah, I like that. That you look like Nick Saban whenever they put his like smug face on the TV after
Hmm.
they'd get announced to be in the playoff.
It
I
was
love that.
it was the boys were bringing it in, and it was a great weekend. I had a
Yep.
lot of fun. I feel
Yep.
like I tried to thank everybody personally for
You
the
and me
weekend.
betting on you and me betting the opposite side of everyone, but we told them we did.
We told them we didn't
We
mush
told them we were
anybody.
on the Canes and they were all on the Catholics. And every time something good happened, you and me just
Secret little fist bump. And like I said, it was at that moment I'd lost so much money where I just told him I was like, I can't bet. It was the last leg on like two parlays. I'm like, I'm not hedging
no.
because of how are you going to hedge a $1,000 loss? You don't. You got to keep chipping at it. You can't.
Yeah.
If I was
Yeah.
up money, sure you hedge, but you don't do it then. So, but I think all things considered, I ended up in an okay spot.
Sure.
Monday, I was all over TCU, so I think I added another like 250, 300 to that. So
Wow.
all things considered, I'm down less than I'm down like a nice dinner with your girl. So I'll take that because I'm probably gonna have to go to a nice dinner tomorrow
On
and
the college football season, yeah, I'm probably
yeah,
down. I'm probably down a couple
yeah,
hunch
yeah. But that's okay. We're fighting back. I like the point.
because of I was up. I'm down a hunch.
I think Alabama, Texas won't even talk about because Texas is disgusting. That game sucked. But the Alabama game, and then
Alabama was just sad. It was
yeah,
just sad.
it was sad. And then we knew with the we knew the Clemson game. We knew how that was going to go after the day
Oh
we had. We
yeah.
just knew. We
Oh
didn't
yeah.
even. I think I went to bed at halftime because I was like, I've
You
seen this movie.
did.
Yeah, I had enough. I tapped out. But other than that, it was a good time. What are your initial thoughts on Asheville? I want to hear it.
So I loved it.
I knew you would.
I've been raving about it since I got back and telling everybody to go down there. My mom uh knows I have different lifestyle preferences
Yes.
than traditionally in West Virginia,
Yeah.
how that is. And she has a friend who is a staunch liberal, older woman who posts all over Facebook. And
Love
her
that.
daughter lives in Asheville,
Love
right?
that.
And so my mom, when I told her I was going to Asheville, was like, "Oh, so and so's daughter lives there. You would love it. You would love it down there now." Oh, really, mom? Really?
Love
You
it.
think I would love it in Asheville? I wonder why. And then
Supportive queen.
I got there and I saw the arts and the hippies and the barbecue and the this and the that. And I was like, you know what? This place kind of rules. And I thought it was going to be a little country town. No,
No, no, dude.
there's a lot of stuff to do down there.
A lot of good stuff. Every bar had like a 6 to 12 rotation of some NAs for you, so you weren't having to just pick
Had a
out
lot
life
of
all
NAs.
weekend. It was no, like I said, it was a great time. It's a great town. I'll probably be back there, and I'll probably be back there in a couple months. I like to go down there at least like 2 or 3 times a year, so we always have a good time. Beautiful, beautiful city. Recovering after the hurricane, which is all we want to see.
Yep.
But other than that, nothing too crazy. Nobody got out of hand. Some people had a couple too many drinks some nights, but that's gonna
Some
happen.
people were overserved. Some people had a couple adult fruit chews, and I think
Yeah,
they died.
yeah, that did happen. A couple people had a couple adult gummies, and things happened. But you know what? We're not gonna name names. Everybody got home safe, and that's all that matters.
While we're potting, I'm ripping football cards right now because it's football season.
I love that about
I
the hit
just got a
season.
Caleb Williams rookie card, and you know what? I thought Topps was like the best brand. I'm looking at the cards here. They don't have the logos on the team, so I just got a Chop Robinson rookie,
Yeah,
Miami's best rookie from last year. It's good defensive lineman. No logos.
I think Panini has the
And
official.
then
If
I
I'm
got Ruke Orohoro. Do
Rukaroro.
do you know who that is?
Yeah, play Clemson.
I got a rookie card from his numbered out of 399 just now.
There you go.
And I
You're
got
out
a
of the
Caleb
money.
Williams. So there we go. We're ripping cards on pod. My friend just got a job at a card store and I had to go
How
say
do you go
hey.
check them out?
Yeah.
But other than that, we got
What was your favorite part of the trip?
just what it usually is. It's pissing off my best friend, Ryan. It's just
Yeah.
getting him
I
as
got some
angry as can
great
be.
clips of Ryan. I'll send them
Yeah.
in the team.
Those probably like any other trip, like I just really plan these trips for it's basically just different venues to fuck with him and to get him as angry as possible.
Right.
And it takes a while, so you got to keep chipping away at it. But usually when
He'll be on the pod eventually. I want him to be on.
we'll get him on.
There's one thing that we discovered as a unit is that your friend Ryan is a savant,
He is a savant.
and he's not willing to admit it, but he is a savant.
He's
Because whenever we're talking about football players and a random guy gets shown on screen, he'll tell us his arm length, his hand
yeah,
width, where he
where he
went
went to
to
high
high
school.
school.
Yeah, it's insane.
How do
It's
you know that?
I've witnessed it for years. At this point, I'm numb to it, but it is a
I'm
good
not.
party
This was a
trick.
new phenomenon to me.
I think he was the hit of the weekend. I was telling
He
everybody
was.
came up to me and told me, I'm like, you can understand why he really missed out on the days of like a traveling circus because I can just imagine being his manager and just wheeling him into bars and just first of all,
Oh,
you get
Pahokee High, Pahokee
yeah,
High.
you get the fun bar trick of him like knowing all this odd trivia, and then you also get him getting a little too many drinks and getting a little surly, letting some things fly, and that just
Oh,
makes it even more
Belglade
fun.
Central, Belglade.
Yeah, and he gets all jacked off and calls me a cocksucker, and it's great. It's literally it's everything I could ever want.
I
And
so I have it now in my plan
yeah,
loosely next
yeah,
year in April, and I think there might be a wedding we have to go to around that time, so I'm not sure.
okay.
Uh, I want to come and make a 3-day video,
It
potential
would
documentary
it would be yeah, it's
him
insane.
watching the NFL draft.
It's I would watch it every day. He's truly watching him watch the draft is like it's like watching Picasso paint. You just you know there's greatness going on. It's truly insanity.
Maybe
And
I'll do like a 3-day I can't do a live stream because God forbid what's gonna be
no,
said. I just realized
no,
yeah, this has got to be heavily edited.
heavily. This has got to be redacted. This is going to
Yeah.
be like the just blacked out papers of the transcript. But no, it was good. It was a good time. I'm still incredibly sunburned. I had a great trip. I would run it back. I can't wait till I don't know who the next domino in the group's
I
gonna
took a
be.
couple secret videos on your phone during the river aspect. I don't know if you've
Yeah,
watched those.
I haven't watched them yet.
Yeah, well, there's some treats on there for you. You should send them to the group because they're really
I'll
funny.
I'll check them in from the rafting.
Yeah, from the rafting
Oh
because some
yeah,
people
for
got
sure.
unhooked from the team.
That happens. The rafting was a good time. Going like I said, we thought Sunday it turned out we thought going rafting when it was like 60 degrees out was gonna be a bad idea. It turned out to be a great
It turned out to
idea.
be a great one. The water was ice cold, but it was all right.
It was great. We had a good time. Had a couple beverages. Had a couple
Yeah,
laughs. So
could
it
have
was a
used
good
some
time.
honeys out there.
Couple could have been more.
Yeah,
Could have been more.
what are you
But you
gonna
know,
do?
it was a
The
good time.
barbecue joint was great. The barbecue joint was great.
Always good. Always good. Food's always good. I could give you 30 food wrecks down there every time we go down there. This food's just killer.
That's awesome.
But other than that, week two, man, this is an okay week.
Yeah, I know.
Next
The
week
slate
is
does not
great.
look great. That made me sad.
It's a good week for gambling because I think there's some money to be made. Week three is the big week next week. I think I have a
Yeah,
wedding next week right during the brawl, which just makes me want to
I
straight
have a
up eat all of it.
softball tournament.
That's tough for both of us.
I think I might be hurt.
You might just pull a muscle.
Yeah,
That's true.
I pull a groin in game one. Sorry, guys, can't play.
I'm a game time decision with Athens, Ohio only being like an hour and 40 minutes from me.
It's the closest game to my hometown of Parkersburg.
If
Yeah.
tickets get cheap, I might be there.
They're $100. I saw it. Um,
Not
what
mad
was it gonna?
about that.
Yeah, bro. This week two, 2 years ago, week two, 2 years ago, when I was at ECU, the $1,500 week,
That was a big week.
the $1,500 week. I don't think there's enough. Like, there's a lot of just FCS matchups, so it's like you can't really get like the same. juice.
Yeah.
You can't really same action on it. So I don't think it's going to be a 1500 week. But we're hoping for a positive week.
I'm gonna get back. I'm getting back above zero. I know that this
Here
week.
we
But
go.
without further ado, how many picks do you got? Because I got six.
I got five, and I'm
Okay.
open. I'm open to adding one that I like from yours.
Okay. I want to you're still up on the board, so you're still leading. You're at zero. I'm at negative two. So give me your first pick.
Okay. Let's go North Texas on the road, -9.5. All right. North Texas let it fly last week. They looked awesome. They're playing at Western Michigan. That's at Kalamazoo. Weather looks mediocre. Western Michigan kind of lacks identity right now. And this early in the year, we're kind of handicapping on teams that we know aren't good, as opposed to like which team is elite. It's which team is terrible. And Western Michigan came into this year 104th in the nation in like experience. And so it's clear that they don't have an identity. It's natural. They're not going to figure out their identity against North Texas, who wants to bring the fight to you. They're not one of the teams that's like, oh, let's set back and like maybe the other team makes a mistake. They're like, no, we're going to throw it 1,000 times. This freshman quarterback, Drew Metzemacher, he threw like 300 some yards last week.
You
They
better
looked
hope you
awesome.
pronounce that right.
Metzemacher?
You better hope you got it right.
Oh yeah. Metzemacher.
Someone's gonna bust your balls.
But he looked incredible. And so I like North Texas, man. They're gonna let it fly in Kalamazoo. 9.5, under 10. Let's do it.
I like it. My first pick, I'm going UTSA -3.5. I feel like this is a Frankie pick. I usually try to stay to
Yup.
these bigger games, but I feel like that line is too low for me. Offensive juggernaut last year, UTSA. I think this game was played in, if I'm not mistaken, this game was played in I think the 60s or 70s last year. But I like UTSA. I think last year I think it was in the 70s. I was pulling it up. I think UTSA, I think it's going to be a big game.
It's in the Alamo Dome.
It's in the Alamo Dome, which I like. And I really just, the more I'm looking at UTSA, I feel like it's the first time this year I could get some points. And like I said, first time I should get some low points before they start either getting teams that are too good for them or
Uh,
teams that are just too shitty and you get those 7-10s.
Last year, UTSA, Texas State beat them 49-10.
49-10. That's what I was saying. So some revenge factor. UTSA, I think the rushing attack, I think the run defense, I think it'll hold up, but I think this is going to be a high scoring game. If I had to give a prediction, I'd say it's going to be like 47-40. So I think it's going to be a
Yeah.
high game, but give me 3.5. I like that. UTSA, 1 unit.
UTSA looked competitive against Texas A&M.
Yeah, that's why we like them.
My next one. This is a Franklin game. Tulsa -4.5 on the road at New Mexico State. New Mexico State struggled last week. They were in a dogfight with bottom five FCS Bryant. They play another FBS team this week, and whoever Bryant plays, I'm just gonna take the FBS team. But uh, the quarterback for New Mexico State, Fife, I think is his name, 14 of 31 with a pick and a touchdown against Bryant. That's not
Not
good.
great.
Tulsa put up some serious numbers against Abilene Christian. Dom Richardson went for 142 and one. So they're going to bring the ground and pound to them. New Mexico State, guess what they converted at last week against Bryant?
What's that?
25% clip on third down.
It's not great.
How do you do that?
It's not great.
So we're buying low right here. Tulsa, 4.5 on the road.
All right.
I'm
I'm
I
going.
got I got Road Warriors up and down.
That's what you were saying. That makes me a little
I
nervous.
texted you. I texted you. I said I have Road Warriors.
My next pick, I'm going. I don't know if I'm not going to go that one just yet. I'm going to go a team that actually impressed me in a loss. Virginia Tech money line. I think Virginia Tech gets it done. I really liked how they looked against South Carolina. I think South Carolina's for real. I think up until that punt, Virginia Tech was hanging on. Brent
I just
Pry
don't think
said
they moved it enough.
they
I don't
didn't
think
move
they
it
moved the
enough.
ball enough.
I like Virginia Tech. I don't know if Vanderbilt is for real. I think they're coming in with a lot of expectations. You're going to have a home opener for Virginia Tech. The place is going to be rocking. Give me that at, I think it's -1 even. So I'm going to take money line. It's about -110. But I still believe in the Hokies. You're going to see a lot of trends from me are just me still believing, hoping against hope. But Virginia Tech money line, 1 unit.
All right. I got a hold your nose play.
Okay.
Florida International plus 43 and a half at Penn
Jesus
State.
Christ.
This is the
Penn State?
Penn State, the Nittany Lions.
You know why I hate any big spreads against Penn State. Penn State
They
can and
love.
will beat the shit out of you if they
I
can.
know, I know.
If you are defenseless and you can't protect yourself, Penn State will do whatever they can to take advantage of you.
That's been documented, I think, in court.
On and
Uh,
off.
yeah.
On and off.
So Florida International, they're catching 43 and a half. Listen, this is arguably the worst weather game of the week. Mid 60s, rain all day in Happy Valley. It Listen, if it's going to be a slog, I want to catch 43 and a half. Keon Jenkins, the quarterback at FIU, he's probably the most dynamic quarterback in the Conference USA, which whatever that is worth to you, okay. Penn State gave up 11 points to Nevada last week. Nevada is a bottom 5 team in college football. I'm not asking you to do anything crazy. Just get me there. It's 43 and a half. All right. Last week Penn State scored 46. So if you do the same thing, if you score 11 and you give up 46, you got me there.
That's a
Just
game.
listen. Just put it in and check it
Don't
like the
watch it.
S&P. Check it
Yeah.
like the S&P.
I was just gonna say that's a game you do not watch live.
No.
My next bet, just because I have to do it, this is a bet. Do you believe or not?
Oh
Are
boy.
you hard edge or not? I know I am. I'm sorry. At a certain point, have we fallen so low as a program that a MAC opponent scares us? I don't care if it's on the road. I don't care if it's on the fucking moon. At a certain point, West Virginia needs to get its swagger back. You got Pitt next week. You got the Brawl next week. We're not overlooking this game because there's one thing that
No.
I know about Rich Rock. He's going to have the guys ready. This
Yep.
isn't an overlooked spot. This isn't everybody that's saying it's a trap spot nationally. It's not a
It's
trap
not a
spot.
try shot.
Let me tell you, every story, every article written. I mean, Rich Rod has come out and said he's like these guys are he's like on paper as talented as us. They're not going to be overlooking anybody. But if we can't beat a MAC team, I don't care if it's on the road, then they need to take a deep look in the mirror. So I have just principal play, West Virginia, -3, 1 unit. I gotta think we get it done. So just a pure faith play. I think
Just a we gotta do it play.
I watched the RMU game. Nico looked pretty good, and I know it's RMU. I understand that, but a lot of big teams played FCS and shitty teams, so I get it. I understand it. Nico looked good. I love the off temp or the up tempo offense. I thought the defense was flying around, so all the platitudes, all
DB
the
room look good.
everything looked good. So the vibes are good. Uh, we can't lose to a MAC team. Have some pride. Take care of business. You're still West Virginia, one of the winningest teams of all time. Put
Okay.
up, shut up.
Uh I'll save that for my last pick. Next one on the road again. San Diego State money line. They're a small dog, like less than 3 points. They're going to Washington State. These, whatever you want to call them, Pac-12, P6, whatever you want to call them, they don't look good. And I think now that you've had another year of attrition, I think that the luster of, hey, we're a P5 team that kind of got screwed has worn off. And I think that they're just now a regular P6 team. Wazoo was in a 13-10 dogfight against FCS Idaho last week, and San Diego State goosed their FCS opponent. Wazoo converted at a 25% clip on third down against the FCS team last week. Idaho, that's not good. This is a team that has to figure out their identity. I know they want to throw the ball, but the strength of San Diego's team is their defense. And like we said last week, John Lewis says, "Hey, I got 3 guys that can go in the NFL right now in my DB room, and they have an All-American linebacker. So I trust the San Diego State defense. Defense travels. Let's do it."
And I like it. Do you have any Power Four conference picks?
Yes.
Okay. I'm on my next one. This team broke my heart last week, and if I've learned anything in this life, you have to be forgiving. I will tell you, if this bet doesn't hit, I will not wager on them the rest of the year. We talked about what teams early in the preseason were you crossing off. This is either a team that this is the ex-girlfriend. It's like I can't quit you, but this might be the final go round in the backseat of the Civic. I'm doing Bama over nine and a
No.
half points first
No.
quarter.
No.
Kalen DeBoer is coaching for his job.
Yeah.
He looked like a salesman at fucking Kohl's. Just Florida State's punch you in the mouth, and he's just
He
looking
did look.
around.
He's like you need that in bigger size.
Yeah, no pride. Alabama, do you have any pride? I'm sick of seeing the fucking TikToks. Come out, drop the hammer. If you don't score 17 points in the first quarter, that buyout is looking better and better. I think Bama's going to have some pride. If they don't come out swinging in this one, the season's over and it's a big fade. But we talked about this in the beginning. We said always look to buy the dip on these college teams. So I'm going to look to buy the dip, and I'm going to see if we can maybe get even just a dead cat bounce. See if we
Who are
can
they
get any.
playing?
They are playing Louisiana Monroe, I believe.
Oh, Monroe. They got Monroe.
Yeah,
Bill
yeah.
Vincent. Got him
So
going. All right. Listen, I like your logic there.
gotta happen.
It's just got to happen. Dude,
Gotta happen.
it's got Bama doesn't know how to lose. And
They're
that's not
learning.
they're learning how to lose and they're gonna have to learn fast. But the
Yeah.
thing is, man, like I'm seeing all these edits of social media with like gosh, what is that? It's like some old country song or something like that where they just it just always has oh no, it was Remember When.
Yeah.
Remember When.
Yeah.
And they have like just videos of Nick Saban yelling out like kids or something like that. That's all
See,
it is.
this is Saban did exactly what Belichick should have done is you go out when you're on top. 'Cause you,
Well,
well,
he got beat in the playoff.
he did. He listened, but still, he's still the GOAT. No one's
Nah, he
besmirching
yeah,
Saban.
exactly. No one's gonna yeah.
Like you can't maybe they got on top, but he still went up. That his head is still super high. Let me ask, go find any Alabama from Masters they'd rather have there.
No, I'm with you.
What's your next one?
Next one is the last one.
Okay, I got two, so I'll let you go, then I'll rip off my last two.
And I'm drawing inspiration from you.
Okay, I'm
It
ears.
is the two leg plus 106
I love it.
2 unit
Okay,
Parleezy,
give it to me.
the Mountain State parlay. Marshall money line at home against Missouri State, West Virginia on the road at Ohio. Just win, baby. Missouri State, they're a transition team. And listen, not that there's anything wrong with that. If that's the lifestyle you want to live, we totally support it. They're a transition team, and they got 73 hung on them last week at Southern Cal, at South Carolina. 73. Not good. Marshall, this is like probably their only chance to be favored. If I were a scheduler of the Marshall events and marketing, I'm making this senior day, I'm making this homecoming, I'm making this,
Everything.
and this is all of them in one, okay? Because we want to go out on top. They covered against Georgia last week for what it's
They hung
worth,
on.
and I
Yeah,
can't tell you a part of their defense. They got this receiver named Xavier who caught like 5 passes last week. That's about it. Del Rio Wilson didn't look great at all. He didn't even get to throw the ball that much. Listen, just win. You're better than this team. I know you're going through turmoil with the transfers and all that stuff. Just win. And then West Virginia, just win. You're a
just
small
win.
favorite on the road against a team who did make some plays against Rutgers. Rutgers was had them at half, and then they kind of like rested on their laurels and let Ohio come back in it. They want to sling it, right? West Virginia's DB room looks a lot better than it did under Jordan Leslie. Ohio is not to be taken lightly, but like you said, Rich won't let these guys overlook a day in practice, let
I
alone a game.
agree.
So, also have it on pretty good word. If we win, college game day is ours next week.
I like that. I got
And
these
you
two,
know
and
it's going
they
to be a
are.
3 hour commercial of 13-9, 13-9, 13-9.
Oh, I won't be watching. I got two more plays, and I'm gonna rip them.
Okay.
I got this one's a little convoluted, but that's how I roll with these. One unit play, Ole Miss money line, Ole Miss not losing to Kentucky. UVA plus
Revenge.
7.5. I like UVA actually straight up. I wouldn't even mind. I just wouldn't mind UVA money line or plus three just for a little added safety. That's my little bankroll builder. Ole Miss UVA plus 7.5. That busts out to about plus 107, plus 108, which I love. And then I am a victim of the sports books. They love seeing these come in, but we have to have a play on this game. I don't know how this doesn't cover.
Oh
I don't
no.
know how this doesn't cover.
Wait, can I guess?
What is it?
Wait. Oh, is it a power team?
It's a power team. It's always a power team.
Okay, sorry. Um, Is it Oklahoma?
It's not Oklahoma. That was a good guess. There was one play I liked in that game, and the line moved way too much the other way. I liked
That's
the
a five
under.
and a half is such a weird line that I'm like,
I like the under whenever it was, or the first half under when it was like 24, 24 and a half. It's down to 21, which that scares me too much. I got off that. That's been bet down. 3 points in an under in a first half is literally insane. That's about 6 points first game.
yeah, that's
And
nuts.
actually, it's a 1.5, so it's actually about 9 points, which is huge. I'm taking this it's not quite a teaser because I didn't move it all the way up. Iowa plus 10 over 34 and a half. These games are always close. They're always played in the 30s to 40s. I think Iowa could win. I don't really trust how Iowa State's defense has looked. Iowa has looked okay. I don't think they showed a ton last week, but 10, actually, you can get it 10 and a half. I'm
Iowa
actually looking
State
at
showed something last week. Good
yeah.
Lord.
Iowa State, Iowa plus 10 and a half, over 34 and a half. That is a 2 unit play. That's probably about minus 115, minus 118 trending right now, but close enough. You're putting 2 units on it. So just to recap this, Yinzer, Iowa plus 10 and a half, over 34 and a half, 2 units. West Virginia minus three, Vaughan Tech money line. Bama over 9.5 first quarter. Ole Miss, UVA plus 7.5 parlay, UTSA minus 3.5. The Dimes man, North Texas minus 9.5, Tulsa minus 4.5, FIU plus 43.5, San Diego State money line, and the Mountain State money line, money maker parlay, Marshall and the
Oh,
West Virginia
I like
Mountaineers.
that Mountain State
Two
moneymaker.
units. Like I said, the board not as last week was the heavyweight fight. This is they're bringing in the
It's the undercard.
cruiserweights. It's the
It's the
undercard.
undercard.
But you gotta have the peaks and the valleys. You gotta have the highs and the lows. And if you love ball, you're gonna appreciate this weekend. We didn't even talk about Oklahoma, Michigan. Who are you taking? Just real quick. Give me.
Oklahoma, because one of my exes is in Michigan Law School.
That's tough. That's a fair pick. Spite's just motivation under
And
another name.
I
But
wish her nothing but the best.
I doubt that. I would take if I had the gun to my head. How can you go against Venables against a freshman quarterback on the road? Is horrifying. I would probably take, I don't know what Oklahoma first half is. I'm guessing it's 3 or 3.5. I'd probably play that because I think it's going to be a slow start. And I think Michigan's going to run. God, I wish that under. I wish I could have got that when it was at 24, but I didn't. So I'd probably say Oklahoma first half because I think it's going to be a slow rock fight. Who knows what's going to happen, but I don't know what's going to happen in that game. I don't know what's going to happen in the Kansas Mizzou game. So
Yeah.
it's going to make it fun.
I'll tell
So
you, we got NFL starting in a couple hours, an hour or whatever.
yeah, I've been slinging bets on it.
Yeah, same. Tell you what I'm doing this year.
Tell me.
Two team teasers.
This is the worst year to start it because now you can't get them anywhere above like minus 140.
Yeah.
They used to be trading at about minus 120. You used to be able to get them
At
when I
120, I
start
know.
when I started gambling. A two-team teaser used to be minus 110.
That's
Oh, how far are we fallen?
like a layup.
Yeah, minus 110. Then it went to my DK had a minus 120. So look at your Wong teasers. Look at those. Don't play anything through the threes. Don't play anything over the zero. Don't play any over-unders on teasers, and you'll be okay though. Keep it
Yep.
right on.
All right.
But cool.
That'll
Good
do it.
weekend, brother.
We'll,
Let's get
we'll
some
be coming
winners.
back. We'll be doing this episode next week from our yacht. So,
Yes, sir.
all right.
Thank you, brother.
Peace.
Peace.